Braun, Frazier, Kratz, best of foul territory. We're at the Borgata. What a week. I loved our Oakland A's coverage. We talked to guys like Lance Lynn and Max Muncy about just the debacle that's been going on with Major League Baseball just robbing the city of Oakland. What else did we have this week? Oh, what time is it?
No, what time is it? It's Carlos Correa time, baby. Looking at the watch. I used to do that round in second. A lot of good stories about that coming up too as well.
Yeah, you know what time it is? It's time for Rachel Balkovec to get a GM job with one of these expansion teams. That team's going to the top.
I agree. She was great on the show. Let's run everything right now.
You know, there's a lack of investment from the ownership there. Last night, though, you know, there was a bit of a kind of a melancholic feel. There's been some advancement in the Vegas stuff. So there was some sadness, but there was like, let's party one last time. Let's all get together and party one last time and remember what it was like.
They bought sell shirts. So people donated thousands of dollars so that they're handing out to every fan that walks in a shirt that just says sell because the owner treats everyone like shit.
No, I don't have social media, so I don't hear much about a lot of stuff, but that's kind of funny because I guarantee you they won't have the security to do that. Like, it's going to be a mass chaos here.
There's not the same kind of concessions. I'm a beer guy. The beers disappeared, you know. There's nobody working the place there anymore. They used to have dollar days on Wednesdays where you could get a hot dog and a dollar seat to the third deck. The payroll used to be something that was bad but not great to, you know, worst in the league kind of bad.
The kind of shameless way he went about it. And I'm not saying that the commissioner and the other owners have to say, oh, we are above all ethical things. We're going to hold you to the highest standards. We know that it's for business. I get it. But even in the business world, even in whatever way you want to judge this on a practical way, this hasn't been done in any way that makes sense.
The Oakland fans are very, very diehard. I know they don't get a ton of fans a lot, but when they do, you know, it's arguably one of the best atmospheres in all of baseball. When they're able to get 20, 30,000 people in that stadium, it is an absolutely wild atmosphere. There's really not anything else like it. So just to see that the team get taken away from those fans is, it's a tough one.
This idea that those fans are not quality fans and they're just turning their backs on the team, I would suggest that the team has turned their backs on the fans. And I would also suggest that a market is not defined by the team. The team helps define the market by the way it performs.
I think it's sometimes more about the business in the game for him, and I guess that's his job. But you know, when I see, you know, NBA and the way that their commissioner works with their players and stuff, it just has a little different vibe than ours does. But you know, that's just the way it goes here. So I think it's more about business, more about getting expansions, and more about making as much money as possible. And it's not always about maybe the players and the fans as it should be.
So I do wonder, do they have enough ammunition? Because I think they're going to need a veteran starting pitcher. And I think Dana Brown has been very vocal that they're going to need a bat. They still lead the league in ERA. Like, they're going to pitch. They're going to pitch the hell out of the ball. It's just they've got to get enough run support, and then that stat, I think, says it all. When you're 34-7, when you score 4 more runs.
I think there's some real interesting issues coming up with, as the Pirates get better now, they're building this really good young team. Is Nutting going to support them by raising the payroll? He didn't do it in the 2010s, and some really good teams ended up not being as successful as they might have been.
So there's this whole narrative out there that all Shohei wants to do is win, and that's all he cares about, and he's not going to go anywhere where he can't win. Well, that's basically based on like 2 sentences that he said in the last 4 years. And I think that basically everybody who's ever played Major League Baseball has said, yeah, I want to win. You know, they don't all sign with the Yankees and Dodgers. So there's other things that matter.
You'll see me hopefully as a general manager in the next 10 years.
Boom, there it is.
No, my goals definitely will probably lead me to the front office sooner rather than later. The owner and the GM are pulling the strings. And giving you the players and telling you what to do a lot of times, although again, that changes so much from organization to organization. But the way that I see it, I want to be the head coach. And I think that the head coach in many cases is more the general manager than it is the manager.
You throw the guy out like he just said something bad to you. Like, just toss the guy out. Why you got to be a showman like that? That was ridiculous too. This is someone's livelihood, dude. Like, it's starting to get old. Like, this is this is tough. It's a Subway Series. We get it. You want to show off a little bit, but have him go wash his hands and do it again. Like, it wasn't that bad. Like, come on.
MLB doesn't care enough to come up with a solution, because before they went into all this whole thing, they should have already had some solutions coming down the pipeline. They got nothing. They got nothing for these players. You got a little growth going on. Will they come get you even though you don't have a game today?
No, not today. They're not going to find me. The worst is when you get Boone to come up to you, he goes, "You got to shave." Like, right up in your face. You going to shave today? Gives you one of those. It's nice. That's when you know it's a little too long.
He took a swing, strike 3, and he hit me in the head with his bat. And the ball it was in the dirt. It was like a left-handed slider, and the ball was in the dirt. I went and ran over, and he hit me in the head. And the umpire, usually they call like interference stop. He was between me and the first base, and he was way inside, and I'm like, fuck this. I hit him square in the back as hard as I could. Out. He's out. I mean, I was so mad.
I mean, this is just completely just me being an idiot, but the Tampa Tarpons, when they came out, I honestly thought it said the Tampa Tampons.
I know, and
have you ever
and
made
like
that
a million
mistake?
other people. Cash called me, and I'm like, could you just have put me with a different team, or like what? It's like anyone else except for this, like Tarpons. It's just too easy,
And I was late getting to the stadium because they're putting up this shitty ass statue of AJ Pierzynski in this fucked up place. So I don't even want to hear it. Guy had like half a good season here, and they love him.
Is that true? Are they putting up a statue?
Have you not learned that Rowdy lies more than you do?
You don't want a statue up in Minnesota?
I deserve one after they traded me for Joe Nathan, Francisco Liriano, and Booth.
So when I rounded second base after I had home run, I look in the watch. That was my thing. Something subtle. Everybody's like, "Oh, why you do that, man?" I just letting the pitcher know it was the wrong time to throw that pitch. That was all I did. But nobody knew about it. It was just my little thing.
Knowing Gucci, they probably priced it pretty high. So I'm gonna say $200 bucks.
Dude, when's the last time you bought something Gucci?
He was close. There is a 200 in the price, but there's also an 8 in front of it.
Yeah,
so
I was gonna say
$8,200 for that jean vest.
Wait, what?
Is that in the contract when you sign up for WWE?
It used to be. It's changed now.
Yeah, people know.
It used to be like, remember way back, everyone thought it was really real.
Yeah.
Right? So they really thought the Iron Sheik and Hulk Hogan were like mortal enemies. They're probably going out all the time. There was no camera phones.
Right. Couldn't get caught. It was just word of mouth. Someone would be like, "Hey, I saw those two eating dinner." No,
not true.
way.
No.
Probably lookalikes.
Yeah. The ninth inning of the team was a goat fuck.
Yeah. We'll get to the top of the 9th later because I got another bad beat.
More of a goat fuck than the bottom.
I know, but the bottom of the 9th.
I don't know why that's so funny. Anyway.
I haven't heard that one from him yet.
Yeah, I haven't either. It just exploded out of his mouth.
I would say that Shane McClanahan is a lock. Yandy should be a lock. Randy should be a lock. Wander should be a lock. I mean, those 4 for sure. I think Josh has done awesome. Josh Lowe, Harold Ramirez, Zach Eflin, and myself, I think could very well make the team.
There's an elephant with no trunk. There's like chickens like walking around with one leg, monkeys with one arm. Like they give you popcorn and you give it to these animals, and it's the coolest thing in the world.
I'll bring the kids. We'll go throw some popcorn to the animals. That sounds real nice.
Oh, they love, and the monkeys are just catching like nothing.
That sounds mean as hell. You're throwing popcorn to disabled animals, bro.
No, you give them the popcorn.
Kratzy, what else did you love about this week?
The fact that AJ is getting a statue and that Rowdy got caught in traffic around. I mean, he's just an absolute troll. I love it.
What I loved was Pierzynski saying that he actually threw at a dude because he hit him with a backswing. And I was like, you know what? I kind of get it. Marcell Ozuna got into it with Will Smith this year for the same thing. And AJ was like, oh, you're running out of the line? Got him.
I figured out what Lance Lynn needs to get back going too as well. We talked about a little Gloria. You'll understand soon.
Thanks for watching the best of Foul Territory this week. You can catch the podcast wherever you get your pods. Of course, everything here in the Foul Territory YouTube channel, TikTok, all the other socials. We appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next show.